Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Levine. With the voting as it is now, it looks like he'll miss out on a spot in the starting lineup for the East.
Yeah, not even in the top 10, but it shouldn't take away from what he's done this year. It's been a very good season for him.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Now Sacramento's starting five. Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. And it's Barnes in at the small forward spot. And for Chicago, at small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. Be out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Carter in at the center. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. Now Bogdanovich. After the missed three from B, here's Dedmon. And it's sent back by Carter. Passes to Levine. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Here's B. They get it back. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now, here's Fox. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Levine. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Barnes dishes to Bagley, and he banks in the layup.
This is kind of where I feel like his comfort zone is, as Bagley hurts the defense from there.
Here's B. And it's Fox with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Bogdanovich. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Porter. Here's B. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Barnes. Bagley trying to free himself up. Here's Dedmon. Drains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's B. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
Man, that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
And Fox gets it to go.
Well, Fox not a jump shooter, just doing a great job of mixing it up offensively now.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's Bogdanovich after the made shot from B. Now, here's Fox. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. And that one hits back iron. Chicago leading. Here's B. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game right now. 2 shots. The first one falls.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. Did a great job with building with the Cousins trade.
Well, many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the deck for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
Here's Joseph after the made shot from B. Fox passes to Lopez. And there it is for him.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
From 17 feet out, they grab their own miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The Kings trail by 5. Joseph, the pass to Fox. Levine against Joseph. Back to Fox. Takes the 3. Felicio with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's B. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. That's 12 points for B.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Joseph, the pass to Ariza. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Fox. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play, but they recover it. B, guarded by Fox. No good from B.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score. Young
and Carter are the big men inside. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. And it's B in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 18. All right, let's catch up with our second.
And you can't let Levine get that kind of position. When he does, it is just too easy as he plays above the rim.
Fox looking it over. And there's the pass to Holmes. Over in the corner, Barnes. Again, the miss by the Kings.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Levine passes to B. Good D by Bogdanovich.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Passes it to B. Let's go. Chicago with a new 14. Young Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Looking to end his cold spell. Carter kicks to Young. Here's B. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. B's got 14.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Here's Holmes. It's all in by the Bulls. Young's got his 6th rebound on the night. Lopez with the steal. Here's Fox. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
B, guarded by Fox. Here's B. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And here's a look at some numbers for Bagley.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and it's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
He's been unable to keep it going after that hot start.
From deep. Fox, no good. The Bulls leading by 17. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Levine, good.
But man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Carter. And Murray's subbed in for Denzel Valentine. The Kings also at the sub. Swanigan's checked in. 15 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
It's his 2nd foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Fox hits them both.
So much talk about who's the fastest player in the league, and Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox.
The tray. Oh, it's the buzzer beater.
What a grand finale to the half. Great shot from distance to give his teammate the momentum right before the buzzer.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls controlling the game. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing from B.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. And it's Dedmon at the 5, roaming the paint. Now the rookie rankings. Who's in the running for the Rookie of the Year here at the midway point of the season? Some terrific young talent in the NBA. Well, you look at B. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that number 1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Good on both.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Here's Fox. They get the rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Dedmon plays with some power, and when he's aggressive, it forces the defense to get a little bit more physical with him.
The Kings have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
A 3 from Bogdanovich.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Barnes can't get it to go.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Outside, Levine. A 3. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
So aggressive once he gets high. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Feeds it to Fox. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 15.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. It's not burned on that one.
Good on the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters, and
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Free throw off from Bogdanovich.
the thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
The feed to Fox. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 20. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's B. That one goes in. B's got 5 points now this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to...
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls out front, opening up a huge gap. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then there's Markkanen. Then there's B, and it's Felicio in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Edmond passes to Swanigan. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Edmond kicks to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. And Fox has it in the corner. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in from deep. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we
And
doing,
then
right?
popcorn.
And the
Next to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and then
Kevin?
popcorn.
Yeah,
Right there.
nachos.
Love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else do we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad about
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else
all a
with that?
part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That will be foul number 5 on him. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking the questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
Pass to James. Here's Leiden. Knocked away. Porter with the steal. Goes up. And finished off by Porter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Joseph, the pass to James. Outside, Joseph. Pass to Leiden. To the paint. James kicks to Joseph. 4 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to James. 7 points for Joseph.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Sweet move. That's tipped. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's James. And no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Stolen by Joseph. On the wing, James. Guarded by Levine. Joseph, the pass to James. A floater, and it's laid up and in by Joseph.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's B. Bucket is good. B's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Joseph. Dishes to James. Back to Joseph. Lays it up off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
B, the pass to Markkanen. Porter trying to free himself up, and that one drops for him.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to... Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dunn. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. No doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson.
Hey, this is Kenny, man. You've been pretty much unstoppable the last few games. What's the difference over this stretch?
Oh, man, the difference is got to be the fans. So many people encourage me on a daily basis. They send me inspirations. Now, I know a lot of players out there say they ignore stuff said about them on the social, but let's be real. How do you not see that? I've gotten a lot of love over this last stretch. People excited, you know, they see me. It's a good thing.
Okay.
They just want to be a part of it.
Okay, I like that. Keeping it real.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. We'll see you next time, and the time after that, too.
This is Zach and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official.